Hi everybody, it's July 4th, 2025, and this is part of my video journal of my recovery from the trauma of watching my little brother Paul Kierans, 64, with Down syndrome be locked up by the BC New Democratic Party government with David Eby as leader for 588 days. And then he died in the care of the BC New Democratic Party government. So after my brother died, the evil nun 4,000 kilometers away in Ontario, who they had appointed as Paul's guardian, applied to have me declared a vexatious litigant. And the judge hearing that application designated me a vexatious litigant, which takes away all of my rights to defend myself in court or to bring proceedings against others. I appealed that. I understood that I was invited to appeal it. I wasn't going to appeal it, but I was invited to appeal it by the Court of Appeal. And my appeal was just dismissed. I got the reasons, the decision at 10 a.m. this morning. So I was expecting it. I had a pretty strong feeling that they were going to do that. My main grounds for appealing that decision is that I suffer from a cardiac condition and I'm limited to 2 hours per day in court. And the judge hearing the application to have me declared a vexatious litigant. Number one, the nun didn't include my responding materials in the binders that were before the judge hearing the application to have me declared a vexatious litigant. My materials were left out of the binders. But she went ahead for 2 full days, and I'm only allowed to be in court for 2 hours per day, and every other judge that I've ever appeared before has respected that. But the Court of Appeal said that was okay, that she went ahead. What I'm saying is I wasn't given the opportunity. You're supposed to be given the opportunity to respond, and I wasn't given a safe opportunity to respond. So the next step is for me to apply for permission to appeal to the Supreme Court of Canada, which I'm doing right now. It's very disappointing, but what's at stake is the rights of my little brother, Paul Kierans, who was locked up by the BC New Democratic Party government for 588 days with no visits. The reason they locked him up was because I had complained to the police about what I believe was a fraudulent and forged power of attorney the government gave to give Paul the COVID-19 shot. They appointed the nun at 4,000 kilometers away in Ontario, who'd only met Paul a few times in his life, as his guardian so they could give him the COVID-19 shot. And then I fought to try and restore our visits. We had visited at will for 64 years. And I was not able to, and he was isolated in his group home for 588 days before he died. And then they went after me and had a hearing where it wasn't safe for me to appear because the judge had 2 letters, a letter from my family doctor and from my cardiologist saying that I shouldn't be in court for more than 2 hours per day. And she didn't ask me for more information or more medical records. She just went ahead for 2 full days after I left the courtroom. So I wasn't there. So the judge didn't have my materials before her, and she proceeded in a way that wasn't safe for me to be there. And this is going to affect the rights of other family members who want to visit their loved ones, who fight to visit their loved ones. You guys I've brought up, I just found out myself the case of 54-year-old Florence Gerard. There was a coroner's inquiry in January. She died. She also had Down syndrome. and she died of starvation at 50 pounds in October of 2018. And the coroner's jury made recommendations that family members should be able to have input into the care of their loved ones, like my brother Paul Kierans. Anyways, I've got to buckle down and start working on my application, excuse me, for leave to appeal to the Supreme Court of Canada to protect my rights and my reputation and to protect the rights of other family members who want to visit their loved ones or have input into the care of their loved ones. If you know of any way that you can help, I'd really appreciate it. If you know of a lawyer that would like to get involved, I've been doing this work myself. I've spent about 1,000 hours of work on all my, I borrowed $12,000 to pay for medical reports. So if you know of any way you can help, I'd really appreciate it. I just want to bring you along on this journey through the legal system because I know that I'm going to win in the end. So you can see that you can be down, but you're not out. And this was a blow, but I know that I'm going to win in the end and protect the rights of disabled people like myself and like Paul. To be able to visit and to live as normal life as possible. I love you all. Take care.